the Delusional Series, compiled according to the teachings of the Master, author Fafu. The Delusional Series, Part 2, The Fabric of Sensations, Upper. Within delusions, sensations, impulses, and self-confidence arise. The most salient characteristic of delusions is fabrication, fabricated with such confidence, yet all are erroneous. For instance, two friends enjoy a close relationship. Over a piece of clothing, when the other expresses kindness, they offer their best to the friend. Later, when the friend needs the clothing and cannot find it, in their haste and anger, they recall that the other person took it, hindering their affairs. They conclude that this particular occasion demands the wearing of that specific garment, and no substitute will suffice. The more they dwell on it, the angrier they become. At this moment, the sensation arises: I need this clothing now. Deprived of it, they become enraged. At this point, a negative karma arises. Subsequently, upon seeing any related information, they may remain angry for an extended period. Even without seeing the person, they become angry merely due to their own thoughts. Upon seeing the person, their anger intensifies. They cannot speak of it, for if they do, they will be admitting that they gave the clothing away. It was their previous positive feelings that led to this action. At that time, they acted impulsively with great confidence, giving the clothing away. Now they feel an intense need with great confidence. Their sense of need is also impulsive. However, they cannot speak of it, and they harbor this impulse internally, growing increasingly irritated with the other person. Thus, the same piece of clothing, the same act of generosity, is transformed in the mind into two extremes, one of great goodness and the other of great evil. When a good deed was initially performed, it was done with a pure mind. Subsequently, whenever the person remembered this act, they would naturally repeat it. However, the frequency of negative thoughts and actions gradually increased. This negative pattern is far more prevalent than the initial positive act. Thus, when a good relationship deteriorates, one begins to notice flaws in the other person. Initially, it might be a small imperfection, but over time, more and more negative qualities are perceived. This is akin to donating a single garment during a charitable act, only to find oneself scrutinizing every aspect of the recipient's appearance later. In this way, the positive karma cultivated through the initial good deed is gradually eroded. The individual may wonder, why have I changed so much? I used to be so kind. This is a common human experience, as people's perceptions often shift over time. Initially, one may have seen only the positive aspects of another, but later, negative qualities become more apparent. Furthermore, individuals may compare their own shortcomings to the perceived flaws of others, magnifying their own negative aspects in the process. Negative thoughts and actions tend to be repetitive and amplified. When a negative thought arises, it is often dwelt upon and expanded, leading to a cyclical pattern of negativity. Conversely, positive thoughts are often fleeting and easily dismissed. Consequently, it is far easier to cultivate negative karma than positive karma. By examining the frequency and intensity of positive and negative thoughts and actions, one can gain insight into the nature of karma. When positive thoughts predominate, good relationships and positive experiences are likely to follow. However, when negative thoughts prevail, difficulties and challenges are more likely to arise.